For more than 8 decades, a small hiding place under Vilnius Cathedral kept one of the best-kept secrets in European history. Hidden under a stone staircase, wrapped in 1939 newspaper paper, and covered in dust and moisture, royal jewels were rested in silence, designed not for the splendor of the courts, but to accompany the deceased on their journey to the afterlife. If you like history and mystery, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, so you can be aware of more fascinating discoveries like this. The story begins at the beginning of the 20th century, when a flood in 1931 exposed the sarcophagi of several monarchs buried in the crypt of the main temple of the Lithuanian capital. That finding forced the conservatives of the time to carefully remove the funeral insignia for its preservation. However, the growing threat of war led them to hide the pieces urgently when the global conflict was raging over Europe. It was a hasty but effective decision. No one saw those jewels again for more than 80 years. The discovery was the result of a persistent and almost obsessive investigation. Over the decades, multiple historians had tried to locate the hidden camera that, according to testimonies of the time, had served as an improvised hiding place to protect the jewels of the plunder. The key was offered by a recent endoscopic inspection that revealed a cavity behind a wall in the basement of the cathedral. There they were. They rested without brightness, but intact. These were crowns, scepters, rings, and ceremonial objects belonging to 3 fundamental figures in the history of the Polish-Lithuanian kingdom: Alexander Jagiellon, Elizabeth of Austria, and Barbara Radziwiłł, which were not designed to be seen in acts of state, but as sacred objects. The discovery transcends the archaeological discovery. It supposes a reunion with the lost identity of a nation. For centuries, Lithuania and Poland shared sovereigns and destiny, and these pieces put that union back at the center of historical memory. Funeral objects not only reflect the artistic taste of the time, but also encapsulate the spirit of a monarchy that sought to legitimize its power not only in life, but from beyond. Crowns were a golden tribute to dynastic prestige. What is surprising is not only the treasure itself, but its prolonged absence. Unfruitful searches throughout the 20th century fed the sense that the jewels could have been lost forever. The discovery in December was therefore an almost miraculous revelation. The experts have already started a meticulous restoration process to recover the original splendor of the pieces. It is expected that the set will be exposed to the public at a large national exhibition this year. Beyond its artistic value, these jewels are symbols of continuity, memory, and identity. Recovering the past with this sharpness is a way to reaffirm who we were, and therefore who we are.